Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Wonderful. Welcome from wherever you're watching us. My name is David. I'm an advisor on cybersecurity and a digital business entrepreneur. We come here every Sunday to inform and inspire you on how you can start your own online digital business. And with that, we always come with a guest, somebody to share their experience, to share their story, to share some nuggets so that you can be inspired. Today, we do have a special guest, May. We'll give her an opportunity to introduce herself. It's a very exciting time because she happens to be from California as well. So you are welcome, May. I'll give Dorothy an opportunity, my co-host, to go ahead and introduce herself if you're watching us for the very first time. Dorothy, let's have you introduce yourself, then we'll go from there.
Hello, hi everybody. How are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. If it's your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy, originally from Uganda, currently in the United States, a proud digital coach and a mom, an entrepreneur. That's a little bit about me. Back to you, David.
Thank you for that brief but on point introduction, Dorothy. And now I'd like to call in our guest, May, to introduce herself. May?
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, everyone. My name is May. I am a mom of 4. I am a registered nurse, but I work part-time in one of the big hospitals in Northern California. I am a caregiver to my 3 aging in-laws, and I'm running this business on the side while on my pajama.
Wow. I like how you put it. You run your business while in your pajamas. I've had many people say they'll teach you how to run a business in the comfort of their kitchen or the comfort of your kitchen. Yes. I'm like, wow, what a way to put it. So anyway, May, thank you for that introduction. I would like to go ahead and, ask you a simple question here. Could you elaborate on your journey into this digital online business world for our audience? Really, what motivated you to enter this field, considering you're a nurse, a mother, and nursing, it's pretty much traditional way of earning. You do a job. So what was that journey for you? What inspired you to do a digital business?
Yes, that would be a good question. I'll bring you back to the memory lane where I started December of 2022. It was winter, and for me, I was working 80 to 120 hours in 2 weeks. I have 4 kids. I drop off the kids in the morning. I pick them up after school. I get some coffee, run my kids to their sports, their martial arts. At the end of the day, by the time around 8 to 8:30, I come home, I have to cook dinner for my in-laws. They're older. They're waiting for me. At the same time, I have to do the cycle over and over again. I work 6 days in a week. And I came to a realization that my kids are growing. They have school activities. They have awarding at school, and I wasn't there. A friend will snap a picture of their awarding and send to me while I was working. My husband works in Bay Area, away from home, 65 miles away from home. I feel like it's a cycle of doing it again and again and again. And I feel like, what would be my plan B? Do you think that my kids will remember me as a grouchy mom? Always have no time with them? I'm not there with as a cheering fun on their events. I feel like so like devastated inside because I took care of a lot of families in the hospital, but my own family, I can't take care of them because I was an immigrant looking for a better opportunity in the United States, just like you guys. But the life here, we don't have a nanny, we don't have a driver, we do all things by ourselves. But for me, that's a wake up call. One day, my son told me, "Hey, mom, are you working tomorrow?" And I said, "Yes." He keeps asking that question over and over again. And one day he cried. He says, "Mom, I don't want to go to daycare anymore. I'm tired. I'm old." And I felt that my heart crushed. And that where I met my colleague. She's a registered nurse away as well. She introduced me into this business. And that with me, a skyrocket. I jumped up. I didn't even watch the pre-coaching video. And I did the second step because I was hunger. I was looking for a change. And
Right.
that's the moment where 2 years from now, I'm here in front of you guys.
Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for that. For sharing that part of your journey. When you mentioned your husband walking away, I mean, walking 65 miles away from home. There was a time I was thinking, but you know what? Am I the only person that has to work a radius of, because I'm in consulting and I consult in technology. Now in Northern California, about, if you're in technology, there's a lot of technology around us. The companies and people need support. So I consult a lot, but my radius is 75. Even when I would have wished to consult closer, it doesn't work that way. Because the way this place is designed, there's some places or some areas are just residential.
Yes.
And if you have to work a job or if you have to consult in the corporate environments, you just can't avoid driving
And traffic.
60, 70 miles and traffic. And I'm talking one way. You
Yes.
drive that 60 miles out, but you drive it back. You know what I mean? So I can imagine. Of course, it can be tough. People get tired. Go to work, you come back, you're tired, you want to relax. But remember, you're a family man or your mother, and I mean, that responsibility is still there. But again, I can imagine what kind of challenge that was for you as well. You mentioned there's so many hours,
Yes.
so many hours at the hospital,
Yes.
working. And yes, we wear all the hats. You're the nanny, you're the housemaid,
Yes.
you do everything,
Every
and you have to make that money as well.
yes.
So it's really tough because when you come back home again, you want to rest,
Yes.
So you just can't avoid letting other people take on some of the responsibility, like the daycares.
Yes.
But yes, it's crashing if you realize that the same people you're trying to earn a living to support at the same time don't seem, you seem to be developing such a drift.
Yes.
It's like you're driving a wedge between you and your family. So it can be quite a challenge. You're lucky, May, that you did have a friend that knew of something that
Yes.
could work for you. And the fact that that's a trusted friend, I mean, you just took it on. A lot of people struggle. Lately, people have been struggling with digital businesses, finding an opportunity, So yeah, that's a very interesting, angle that would also want to hear. So anyway, with that, I would like to give Dorothy an opportunity to say something and also come in with any kind of question if she does.
All right. Thank you so much, May, Coach, and thank you, Mitch, David. So actually, I'm not gonna go into those driving things. I've ever been there, making unnecessary accidents sometimes because of tired. It's a lot, anyways. So I heard you saying that somebody just like your friend introduced you to this business and you did not even watch the pre-coaching videos. Um, is it okay for you to elaborate a little bit? How was the scenario? Because most people, when they are like, you need to do your due diligence, you need to first pay 149 and decide if it's a good fit. So for your case, how did you make that decision right away and then jumped on it?
So I love that question because the first thing I ask her is this business legit? That's only the question I ask her. And she said, yes, I will pull my 1099, my tax form, and I'll bring it to work. And she
Oh,
brought it at work and showed it to me. For me as a nurse who works who pays 5 figure every year with IRS, that
mhm,
for me is the moment to decide that I have to pay the $149 because I know she's not gonna scam me because she's my coworker. We're working every day together, and she
mhm.
showed me the tax that
Okay.
she had. That for me, that's all. I don't have the skepticism. I don't have to do my due diligence. I just pay the 149 and then I watch the video, and from that on, that opens another door of opportunity for me.
I see. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Actually, on that very, case, after you paying your 149, you went through everything, there is whereby a business might be working for me, but then when it's not for you. So how did you been able to identify that this is a good opportunity for me to jump in?
Yeah. So now I did the 149 and I did watch the video. The one that got me caught was the proven system that the automation works for me. As a
Mm.
mom, as a person who works 6 days in a week and have a family and I have a kids, I'm busy. That system bought me in that I can run this business even on my 30 minutes of break, even at the 30 minutes of my lunch break. I can use that time to continue my business while working with my 9 to 5 job. That system helps me to kind of, okay, it's not a brick and mortar business. I don't have to open it 9 to 5. I don't have to pay overhead. But this proven system allows me to enjoy my time and I enjoy my business where I want to do plan B. So instead of chit chatting on my break time, I use that 30 minutes and another 30 minutes to continue and watch the pre coaching video because I know for a fact I believe in this company and the system that runs for me.
Wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Actually, I remember my times when even me, I used to do my due diligence. The automated system, that's one of it. And
Yes.
the proven marketing strategies where you don't have to look for customers. Oh, Lord. And then that professional business tools, the high composition plan, the roadmap for building generational wealth, because that's the reason as to why most of actually everybody that's
Everybody.
one of our reasons that's why we start up businesses is to make sure maybe what I went through my kids won't never go through it because you're building that generational wealth income. Great, thank you so much for sharing. David, do you want to say something on top of that?
Thank you so much, May.
Yeah.
Thank you for that submission. Well, you kind of hit something in the area of that automation. Leveraging digital technologies to do the heavy lifting is really one of those aspects of doing a digital business that I would encourage anybody out there that's looking for something. If you're still sitting on the fence and you've heard about this, but you're wondering, how does it work? What am I going to be doing? You will have an opportunity to do your due diligence, but I would like to throw this out there. You're leveraging automation.
Yes. Yes.
A lot has been automated, so it does the heavy lifting for you, and yours is out of 100, I think yours is like a 20%. And that 20%, I'm not saying is a very small percentage to carry. You have some work to do as well, because you have to be present for your business. Any business you're going to do, you have to be present. You have to do what it takes. But at least that automation carries the heavy load. And I think, May, you saw an opportunity there and was like, you know what? Here, I'm not going to do all the heavy lifting. I'm already doing a lot in this job that I'm doing. But if there's something that can help with the rest of the other activities in the business, and I only have to put in like a 20%, I know anybody will take advantage of that. I'm in technology, so I kind of know what's out there, you know, being that I've grown into it. But there's so many catches, you know. For me, what caught my attention was this roadmap to creating generational wealth. You know, I saw the opportunity. I was like, there is an opportunity to create generational wealth. It means I can do this business, but I have a chance to pass it on, okay, to my loved ones. I was like, how does that work? You know, because there are not many digital businesses that are going to give you that kind of opportunity. So I was like, how does this thing work? I want to understand how this works. For me, that was the catch. For you, it was the automation. For several other people, they are motivated by the money. Some people see the big bucks and they go like, oh, this is exciting. I want to milk this cow as well, you know, make the cream. So yeah, thank you for sharing. I have a something I would like to, you know, ask. And were there any moments, you know, as you are doing this business, when you felt like giving up, you know, because it can also be overwhelming if you're coming from a traditional job, okay, and you're doing healthcare. Now this is technology, right? A lot of people are a little tech savvy, though they say, hey, you don't have to be tech savvy because there's training, and of course people take advantage of that. But as you're doing that and you're jumping onto new technology, sometimes it can get frustrating, especially when you still do your brick and mortar jobs. You get frustrated. So were there any moments when you felt like giving up? And if so, what motivated you to keep going?
So I'm just being honest, as an individual, as a mom, there was a moment I want to give up. But guys, I want to tell you, it's easy to us to decide to give up. But if I look forward to the seed that I would love to plant now, and my kids will harvest it as a legacy to pass, it brings me back to a routine. Somehow we think motivation is, if I have a checks right now in the mailbox, I'll be motivated to run my business, right?
Right.
If I'm going to rank up another level, I'm going to be motivated to run my business. Motivation expires as well.
Right.
For me, I build routine. Routine means I wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. I go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll take shower, go to work. But before, while waiting in the parking lot to clock in, I post my 3 posts for a day and then go clock in at work.
Right.
After I clock in at work, I go run my duty as a nurse. And then after again on my lunch break, I build a routine again to make a testimonial, take my next day post, and then plan as well. After I'm home, I finish my shift and everything, I'm done with my business. Now I can focus as a routine as a mom and a wife.
Right.
That gives me the motivation. Hey, May, you've been doing posting in social media anyway. Why don't you just continue that routine? Don't give up. Show up every day because I know your effort will be rewarded. So that's my motivation. Stick to my routine. And that routine makes me to who I am right now. You know, I was able to get my kids to what they want. I brought my family and my parents from from the Philippines here, brought them twice for vacation. I was able to buy a second home because I build this routine that makes me keep going every day.
Wow, thank you. Wow. Um, wow. Guys, guys that are watching us, let me actually reorganize myself. Guys that are watching us, there is something here. You know, every day this when people come on here, you learn something. You learn something.
Yeah.
Some stories will teach you a lesson when people are sharing. But then there are things that we know in life, but we don't pay attention to. But they're very key. If you're keen enough, you'll pick you the point. You mentioned routine and motivation. And you say that motivation wears out. It wears off. Okay? Because I can motivate you here. I can come and motivate you to do the business, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you feel fired. But after 2 weeks, you might go back into your old habits, okay, of doing things because we're creatures of habit. So you go back into your old ways. But you mentioned building a routine. Much as it was tough, it was a new way of working. You're running a digital business. You chose to build a routine around it. Reminds of our school times. I went to boarding schools. Most of my study time. But one thing I know about school, it's a routine. The things you do until they become like second nature to you. Okay, and we know that system to work and give us the objective, good grades, and you get you qualify and move through the stages of school until until you're out. But we forget that the same system can actually apply in our businesses. Build a routine. So that is the point that I wanted to not go unnoticed. If there's anything to learn from May, let's learn to build a routine and take advantage of the small pockets of time in the day. That's a question I asked somebody one time. How are you juggling? I remember we had a guest that also was very busy. She was a mom, but life was so everything was depending on her, and we're like, how are you doing it? And she said, it's about those small pockets of time. I take advantage of those. Now here you are, you're saying you build a routine around your work, around your life, to accommodate what you have to do, to accommodate for that 20% that you have to do for your business. If there's the automation, then you're saying this 20%, small pockets of time, build a routine around my. That's how you've managed. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I believe that's something that I've also learned from just you sharing your story. So I thank you. Dorothy, do you have anything to say before you can actually?
Yes, I have something to say on that actually. When you see that, I should say that most people chase money, but money alone doesn't give fulfillment. And when you align your business with something deeper, like deeper your values, trust me, at the end of the day, your dreams and the people you want to help, you build a legacy. So that is one of the reasons why when I'm on coaching calls, most of the times I always ask people, apart from you making money, starting a digital business, what other thing beyond money? Is there anything you're looking beyond? What are you looking for to start this business beyond money. Because if you have that, trust me, when your why is bigger than money, success flows naturally. You don't have to suffer, you don't have to struggle because your why is beyond money. But if you're coming into the business just because of money, everybody can make money. Nurses are making money, doctors are making money. You can easily even go back to school, start up other businesses. But what is that is beyond money. If you have that, it means you build a business that serves a purpose, like it serves a purpose, not just your pocket, not just money. There is something beyond. So whenever you start a business, now this goes to everybody thinking that, oh, digital business, any business you're going to find out when it's quick money, can you sit down and ask yourself,
Mhm.
what is my main biggest why I start that business, which is beyond money? So it will help you and go deep and define actually yourself to start a business that aligns, like that lights up, let me say, not just pays the bill, because you're running from paying the bill, right? So it means you want to get something whereby it's not just paying the bill,
True.
and then your purpose is the real currency.
Correct.
Trust me, if you build a business, when you look beyond money, you can't fail. That's the reason as to why others are starting businesses and the others are starting businesses. It's the same business, but the other person is not successful. This person is successful. It's the same business. What are you doing? What are you doing wrong? Look
True.
at yourself, define yourself. The rest is gonna be history.
I
Trust
love it.
me.
I love it.
That was powerful. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
remind me, what is your why beyond you making money? What is that other why?
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
So I think to add on to that, they said mission first before the monetary. Because when you have your mission, for me, my mission is to help another mom or another nurse to make a change with their lives. And it's more than a money that one day they will come back to you. Hey, May, I just want to let you know I was working 2 jobs. Right now, I only have one job because of this business. That makes you a person that
Yeah,
gives you a satisfaction, one family at a time. That's your mission, to make a change and make an impact to other people.
that's true. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That's what I've added, David, unless you're back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go right ahead and
Oh, for the other one?
give the
Okay.
next question.
All right, so let's see. Hope you guys you had a pen and a paper. This is very powerful. Thank you so much to bring that out, May. And then, have you encountered any technical, challenges or obstacles in the development or maintenance of your own digital, business or the online platform? And what how did you overcome those challenges, if at all you faced it? Because this is where from you are, medical field, just injections and everything. Now it's laptop,
Yes.
technology.
So
Mhm.
for me, I've encountered technical challenges in a way that we know a routine, right? You know where to put this, where to put the A, B, and C. We're doing this job for 13 years. But being coachable is easy for you to move on to the that next avenue because you're able to be positive. You can adjust to a things because it's not your scope of your practice, but having that mindset and the coachable mind, that for me, it's not a big challenge because I embrace positivity, I embrace change with a big heart. Because if I'm not gonna change, I'm gonna be staying in my comfort zone until I'll die. But knowing that making change can benefit me for who I am, personal growth, probably learning new things, new skills, use ChatGPT or probably use Canva. That helps me to be like, be open, not like knowing the hard parts, but learning it one thing at a time. That's just for me. It's not a big challenges, but I embrace it with usually like a thing that I'll be learning something new every day.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful that you're an open-minded person, right? So that is actually everybody who wants to start a business with us. You just need to make sure that you are coachable, you're mentable, and you're ready to take action and get out of your comfort zone. So now, since you are coachable, you are mentable, and you are ready to get out of your comfort zone, what advice can you give some of our audience or anybody who's watching us out there? You're from the nursing field, and some people they're like, oh, I'm not a media person, I'm not a social media person, I want to put my face out there. So since you are coachable and you're mentable, you're ready to learn, you're open mindset, what advice can you give those people out there?
Yes, being shy, just like me in the beginning, I'm conscious the way I speak my English because this is my second language. I am posting more on my kids on my social media, but I turn those scrolls for a monetary, right? Monetary blessing. So now I kind of like coming out in my shell and showing that. But for me, my audience who will be watching this and watching the replay. Right now, we have a lot of platform that you don't need to show your face. You
Right.
can be faceless marketing, right? You can do that business with that faceless one. And my best advice is I have an analogy. When you set your destination from home, you put it in your GPS. I want a fixed income or a legacy to pass to my children. You put it in, right? When you run your car, you have the opportunity to speed, slow and steady. But my advice, do not look on the left side lane, do not look on the right side lane and compare your journey with other people
Others. Right.
because it kills you. You might gonna get an accident, you might gonna get some jealousy and everything. Focus on your lane. Take action every day. Create what you need to plan as your plan A, plan B, and plan C. And over time, you're gonna reach your destination in time. We all have the same destination, a fixed income for life and a legacy. Focus on your business because comparison kills that with your motivation. So for me, start your business because having a plan B is the best thing you can do. Right now in California, they laid off thousands of employees. From hospital, there's no guaranteed jobs. From other multi-company, they don't have a guaranteed job. What if one day they will hand you a paper and it says, May, you are fired or you are, like we have to let you go. Then think of your family. What's your plan B? You don't have any plan B, but this time, this is the best opportunity for you to create a plan B and take action now.
Wow,
Right.
that's powerful. That's powerful. Thank you
Right.
so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much, May. Very nicely put. I like the analogy that we all have kind of the same, expectation of outcome. We want to create a legacy. We want to make that money. We want to be able um, to support our families. But we have different journeys, okay, and we have different ways of doing things. So when you're on your journey, you need to focus because there will always be challenges. It's like the way you put it. We could all be coming from different parts of the Bay Area or parts of the country, but heading towards, I'll just give an example, heading towards, say, Fremont. I have no I say Fremont with no specific sentiments about the place. I just said, okay, if we are all going to Fremont, the people that are coming from Buckfield, the people that are coming from Brentwood, the people that are coming from San Francisco, and we are all going towards the same destination, but we have different roads and paths that we are taking. Some do have traffic, others are faster than the others because of the way the roads are built. Some roads are wider than others, others are narrow, but we are all going towards the same direction. Speeds are different. So look at your journey, okay? Look at your journey and navigate it the best way you can. This is what you're saying pretty much. Rather than comparing yourself with somebody who's coming off the 680 that's wider, okay? And you're coming from narrower roads elsewhere. So, at the end of the day, you're going there. Other people will get there before you, but it's okay, it's okay. Different, space and time. You're living in different areas, so it's fine. So pretty much you're saying, as we do our journeys, we should be mindful that we have different, we come from different backgrounds. We come with different, skill sets and all sorts of things, but we know where we're going, and we just have to navigate the best way we can. Can you share any valuable lessons or insights generally? Like you gave us a beautiful one about building a routine. I really like that one. Anything that you've gained from your experience as an online business coach? So what are those nuggets that you can share with our viewers, the people that are watching us or that are to watch a replay?
Yeah. So for me, the valuable nuggets or insights that I would love, I want you to baby the mentor or your mentee until they fly high. Because in the beginning of our business, they need side by side assistance. Just like mom, we have to baby our baby for the first 1 year of their lives. We have to give them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? We have to baby them, we have to carry them. That's like how we take care of our business partner. We take care of them. And when they grow their business, that's the same thing. They stand tall, independent, they fly high, but they come strong because they feel that they are embraced with love and support. Because we are, as you mentioned, David, we came from different backgrounds. But when you have that 100% of support, when you give them the roadmap for them where they're going, when you give them what we call the understanding, because maybe they come into different situation right now, but if you are there side by side with them, you will go far as well. So it's a kind of a thing that when the second advice I would tell is start something that you will build for your family. As a nurse, I cannot give my career to my kids. They have to go to school and be a nurse.
Right.
But for me, building them as right now, as young as I am, by the time if I look back, I have something to give my kids, the generational wealth that they need, and something that you help them to get a brighter future. Number 3, focus on your self growth. It's not about only building your business, but learning yourself. Give yourself a time to do your meditation, build your routine at least 21 days, and be thankful each day that you are one thing ahead with other people. The people who are only focused with their 9 to 5 job, and for you that builds this online business, you're already a winner.
Right.
Because you are one step ahead from other people. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, May. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you had it. Start something you can pass on. All right. Very interesting point. For many of us that do have professional, you know, for so many that call ourselves professionals, lawyers, doctors, engineers. You know, these are skills that we can't pass on. Even if you built a business around it, chances that your children will take on these. It's very slim because this is specialized knowledge. You know, but if you create or if you build something, if you can identify something that you know, something you can pass on, and somebody doesn't necessarily have to be skilled, necessarily have special skills to do it. Because with these, you say if you're mentable and coachable, okay, you will have a mentor and a coach. You will have video-based training, easy training, monkey see, monkey do. There are videos. See that, watch a video, do. So yeah, if you can identify something like that, I think that's something that's recommendable. And again, you mentioned focus on self-growth, build your routine, at least 21 days. Yes, to build a habit, most books will tell you if you do it 21 times, 21 days, it becomes second nature. It becomes routine. So don't do it for 1 week and then pause and think that you're going to form a new habit. You have to be consistent. Being consistent is not easy. You will lose that grip, you know, because our old routines kind of creep in, you know, the things you've been doing. I mean, before this new thing comes up, every Sunday around a certain time, you're doing something. So somebody is telling you during that time is when you're supposed to do this new thing. The old things always find a way of creeping in to get you off of the new routine that you're trying to create. So you have to know that that's not going to be easy, but it's doable. And if you can do it 21 days, like May says, she's not the only person that mentions the 21 days. Yes, then it becomes part of you. It becomes like second nature. And that's how you build into a new routine for your business. So thank you so much, May. Other than that, Dorothy, do you have anything to add on?
To be honest, it was self-explanatory. What I would love to say, thank you so much, Coach, for coming, and hope to have you next time. And our viewers out there, I think you've picked something at least. Yeah, back to you, David.
All right. Mine is a thank you note, and I'd like to thank our viewers out there. I just want to mention a few. Idozi, I recognize you watching from Boston. Thank you for always showing up. And I see Toritzi, Dr. Justin watching from UK. Wow, it's late out here. It's late out there. Thank you for joining us tonight. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much, May, for honoring the time. And I hope that you can enjoy the rest of the day. I know you're here with us in California, so you still have a couple of hours left on your weekend. I hope you can enjoy that. We'll keep in touch, and we'll have you another time to share. Thank you. Greetings to your family, and bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business